Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory, episode number 104. Now today we start things off, well, let's take a little recap actually. Last week I did a few videos where we went through the daily knockout tournament a couple of times. Didn't quite make it to win TOTS Rudy, and I wasn't too bothered about that. I would have used all of my chances if I really was that bothered. He doesn't fit into our team, so it's not something I was too worried about. And then also we went into Division 1, started alright, and then really dropped off by losing a couple on the bounce. So it was sort of time to leave it for a few days and then come back to it this week. I did do last week's Team of the Season bonus Week 1 pack, or SBC, for a pack and for a gold kit, which is nice, but it's one of those kits people are probably going to back out on. I might try wearing it at some point because it does really look good, but for now we're going to leave it in the club. That's just where it's going to be for now. And in our silver pack we don't really get anything. We get like a non-rare silver that doesn't really do anything for us, but we do get a silver healing card and a +6 training item, so maybe at some point that might come in useful, or the healing card might come in useful, or maybe I'll sell stuff on. So then I went ahead and bought Imbula, and there's another purchase I need to make as well, but this is the first one. And then the second one is this guy, Musa Sissoko, who is a right-sided player on this game, who I don't intend to play on the right-hand side. This is my team. It looks really basic and it's very different to normal. It's got one special item in it. Of course, that is Fekir, my favourite player in this team, because the daily knockout tournament this week is to win a Premier League TOTS player, TOTS Sigurdsson. Now, as much as he might not necessarily fit into my current team, he is someone that we could make a team around, and I definitely really want to try and get this guy. So with the daily knockout requirements for Monday and Tuesday this week, it is you can only have one special item in the whole team. So that kind of screws us for our regular team, because we've actually got to a point where I have loads and loads of special players in the team. So this is the same for everyone. And well, 89 Heung-min Son, that is a player that I keep coming up against, and he tears me a new one every single time. He is just miles and miles and miles above any other Heung-min Son that's been released so far, and I think it's because not only does he have stats like Ronaldo now, he also has like a massive physical boost. If you think about the one that we've got, the 86 rated central version, he's got 71 physical. This one, the 89 rated version, has got 84, which means strength and stamina and all of that stuff are going to be boosted a hell of a lot, which is very, very important in my opinion. So with a few days left on that one, it's something that maybe we can think about in a future episode. Do I go ahead and pick him up? Is it worth it? Should I get him, basically? I am 2-0 down in this first game, and it's really not looking good. Until Cyprian hits an absolute banger. He can do that every now and again. I'm not sure why. A lot of the time his shooting is a little bit garbage, but then sometimes, I think with any player on FIFA 17, you can just, like, if you get the right angles and you're not sprinting, you're nice and composed, every now and again someone's going to be able to hit a banger in, right? So, yeah, he scores a goal, gets one back for us. But unfortunately, it doesn't really last long because he plays it through to Mkhitaryan and sticks a nice one past the goalkeeper. And I wasn't too frustrated at this point, because I knew that this guy had about as good version of the Prem team as you could get. You know, he had the Pogba, he had the Mkhitaryan, he had the 89 rated special version of Heung-min Son. So I wasn't necessarily expecting to win that one. I wanted to see how the player was before I, figured out, okay, yeah, I'm probably going to win this one, or yeah, I'm going to lose this one. So we just go back to the drawing board. Not too stressed or anything like that. Just fitness up on the players and moving on into another one, because normally I can get through the first round at least, because it's not seeded. I don't think it's seeded until you get all the way to the final, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to play someone who's also in the final, right? So yeah, we move on into the second one. We come up against a 5 at the back team. He's got not great chemistry, but he has got some really, really strong players. And like 1 minute 50 something on the clock, I score a right-footed 3-star weak foot banger with Fekir. Like, I don't understand how that goes in, because normally his weak foot is pretty terrible. I can't rely on it in the slightest, but that one, I obviously just hit a combination of buttons in the correct order, and for some reason it went past Petr Cech, who For the other, like, minutes of the game, was someone I really struggled to get the ball to, like, past. He was cat-like reflexes, doing really well. As you can see, we're getting multiple opportunities. Checks either running out and diving in front of the ball, making a fantastic save, tipping it onto the post. He was having a worldie, and for some reason, we just managed to beat him at that with that long shot after literally 2 minutes. So I'm pretty thankful for that, but I wanted to wrap this game up because I was better than this guy, and I had way more opportunities. But with my luck over the last couple of weeks, I've not been playing very good FIFA, and it seems as though all the sweat lords have really come out onto the game. There's something cool to play for, so you can appreciate it. You know, like, I'll come up against stat card stuff every now and again now, and as long as people don't have like the whole team stat carded, you can tell that they're just trying to go ahead and get like the player that they want to win or whatever. They're in the game, just use them. I'm not that bothered. And as you can tell by, I think there was a massive discussion about stat cards recently because people were using it in FUT Champions and then qualifying, and some people didn't like that. And lots of people who used to really hate on stat cards have now started using them in their weekend league and stuff because EA now sort of set requirements on how many you can use. And I actually think for the next couple of weekends worth of weekend league, you can't use any stat cards. So it will basically just be back to how it used to be a little bit, I guess. But yeah, for now, I don't really care if people use the odd 1 or 2 or even half the team. As long as it's not like the full team on plus 10 golds, you still have a chance, really, because there's different angles and stuff that you can break the team down in different ways. So we get through that first round nice and comfortably. It was only 1-0, but, you know, if anyone was going to score a second goal, it was going to be me in that one. We then go into another game, and this guy had his special item as the FUT birthday David Villa. Someone that I have used before, and I thought was impeccably good on this game. So I was worried, because at the start of the game, he sort of ran through like that, had a couple of little shots, and I thought, oh god, this guy knows how to dribble. If he gets that ball to David Villa, we are in trouble. I messed one up and fluffed one with Cyprian there. That really sucked. But Sissoko plays the ball over. Martial somehow just like muscles off that defender. And it comes under the bar, off the goalkeeper. Fekir is there to just like tap it home. Bundle it into the net. That's all I wanted. You know, that's all we needed in this one. Just to score any goal, no matter how ugly or rubbish it is, just score the frigging goal. Because there's a TOTS Sigurdsson at the end of this that we desperately want. My opponent hits the post from that one right there, and we were lucky to be 1-0 up at half time. I do switch a couple of things around. You might wonder how have I got James Rodriguez. You guys know I've got like the on loan version that you can get from the catalogue. I had that for ages. I've just never used it. But with buying like Sissoko and using Cyprian and Imbula and Kante, I didn't really have a cam, so I needed someone to come on, and luckily I had a 5-game loan on James Rodriguez, and it just so happened that, well, he won himself a penalty as soon as he came on, and then stuck that penalty away. So very much happy with my 5-game loan James there. He runs off to the camera smiling. I didn't even know he had a sleeve tattoo. That's how much Real Madrid football I watch. But yeah, he's obviously got a sleeve. Nice one. A nice stutter just before that penalty goes in. Literally sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and we stick that into the back of the net. Look at the strength there from James as well. Not quite managing to get that shot underneath Butland. But we are 2 goals up here, so it's kind of looking like with under half an hour to go, it's kind of our game. All we need now is for him to not score. And Courtois was doing his best job at making sure that didn't happen. Fekir plays it out to Martial, who picks out James, back to Martial. Can he score that one? No. Butland like completely saves it, but it doesn't matter because, you know, the minutes tick on by and we eventually get that scoreline of 2-0. So we've gone out. We've then gone through into the first round again and won that one 1-0, but convincingly beat my opponent. We then beat this one quite comfortably at 2-0. James Rodriguez and Fekir scoring. That was a 2011 account. Don't really think that makes much of a difference, but he's obviously been playing FUT for a few years. So we're now through into the semi-finals. I am going to call it ahead in this particular episode, but I'll make sure tomorrow's video is the semi-final, and well, hopefully, I'm yet to play it, but I need to go ahead, play it, see what we can do, and, well, maybe we'll go ahead and get ourselves to the final. If we do, TOTS Sigurdsson, that is of course the main aim. So, if you have enjoyed the video today, make sure you go ahead and smash a thumbs up on it. I would greatly appreciate that. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.